Devin Haney sold his soul. This according to Teofimo Lopez, who brags about getting the last laugh on Devin Haney. And I'm going to join him. Let's talk about that in this video. All right, welcome back to the channel. In this video, we're going to be in the 140-pound division where there could be a unification fight that would take place between Devin Haney and Teofimo Lopez if Teofimo Lopez and Devin Haney can work it out. However, before that would happen, Teofimo Lopez is looking to fight the guy that beat up Devin Haney, Ryan Garcia. And in the conversation that he had regarding that, he gave Devin Haney what I think the Devin Haney fans needed to hear, which is a little humble pie, seeing as they had gone at Teofimo Lopez so ardently. And to now have Teofimo Lopez saying that Devin Haney sold his soul for the money. Now, before I get into the details of that, let me welcome you back to the channel. If you are new to the channel, please accept my invitation to hit the subscribe button. And if you are a longtime subscriber, thank you so much for continuing to talk with me about this boxing. It is a true blessing in my life. And I thank you for that. And thank you to everybody that supports the channel in any way that you can support it. It really makes a big difference. And again, I feel very, very blessed for each and every one of you when I have an opportunity to talk to you and share with you my love of the sport of boxing. But let's get into this because Devin Haney has to eat some crow. And Teofimo Lopez is serving it up. And there ain't nothing wrong with it, seeing as Devin Haney did that exact same thing to Teofimo Lopez when Teofimo lost unexpectedly to George Kambosos when Teofimo Lopez was the undisputed champion of the world. Now, in this interview, and I'm going to get back into that and tell you exactly why I think that this fight is something that should take place, because both Devin and Teofimo Lopez have been in the same situation. And actually, they're both in the same situation right now. They're both 140-pound champions. Both of them have suffered bad losses, and both of them have had subpar performances. They both were at each other's neck, talking about fighting each other all the way until they got to 140 pounds, when they stopped talking about each other anymore. And also, they both were out there talking crazy about Gervonta, talking crazy about Ryan Garcia, who, if you look at the four kings, Ryan, the people that they were saying were the four kings, Ryan, Devin, Gervonta, and Teofimo Lopez, the two who are flying the highest are clearly Gervonta Davis and Ryan Garcia. They're the only ones that have a win over the other two guys. You have the record of them are Gervonta Davis is 0-1. Teofimo Lopez is 0-0 because he hasn't fought another one of them. And then you have Devin Haney, who's 0-1, and you got Gervonta that's 1-0. So in this interview, Teofimo Lopez was talking about what he would do to get his first fight with one of the four kings. And that would be Ryan Garcia. And he said he would be willing to move up and fight at a catch weight of 143. I guess he would be willing to, to set his belt down for a second. I didn't hear him say that he was going to relinquish his 140-pound belt, but he would do that to fight Devin Haney. To fight Ryan Garcia. And in this conversation, he said, look, Devin Haney sold his soul. Now, how did Devin Haney sell his soul? I can only believe that what Teofimo Lopez is talking about is that in the pursuit of money and trying to be cute with with Ryan Garcia. He wasn't thinking, because all he was trying to do was outdo Gervonta Davis, talking about being the face of the boxing and doing all the things that Teofimo Lopez himself did before Teofimo Lopez ran into George Kambosos, and all of that got blown up. You remember when Teofimo Lopez was saying, hey man, we've got J-Lo. I brought Bud Light to Top Rank and all of that stuff right before he lost to George Kambosos. Well, history repeated itself. And Devin Haney was doing the same thing. Got a win over Vasily Lomachenko, just like Teofimo Lopez got a win over Vasily Lomachenko, and the whole thing went to his head. And he started talking about being the face of boxing and forced to fight into Brooklyn, and got in there with Ryan Garcia thinking, hey man, I'm just going to follow up and do the same thing that Gervonta did to Ryan Garcia, and then I'm going to be the face of boxing. Same way he did it when he followed up Teofimo Lopez and fought Vasily Lomachenko and claimed somehow that made him the face of boxing. Well, Teofimo Lopez and Devin Haney are now in the same boat. They're both former undisputed champions, despite what Devin Haney's former fans used to say about that. Teofimo Lopez is without a doubt a former undisputed champion. He held the IBF, the WBC, the WBA, and the WBO titles, and all of the sanctioning bodies said that he was their main champion. He deserves that. He deserves that accolade, just like Devin Haney deserves the accolade for getting it for beating the guy that beat Teofimo Lopez. But again, I'm telling you that when Teo says that Devin sold his soul, of course, he didn't go into great detail about it. But when I heard that, I thought to myself, yeah. If you're going and you're making moves looking for big money, and you originally said that you were out there to prove that you're the best and all of this, seems to me that Teofimo Lopez and Devin Haney both took their eyes off the prize as far as continually becoming a better fighter. Like continuing to fight the best fighters and wanting to fight the biggest fights. Neither one of those guys continued to get better as fighters. Where if you look at Gervonta Davis has steadily gotten better as a fighter over time. And even Ryan Garcia looked like he has improved as a fighter. And the reason that I say that is I saw improvement in Ryan Garcia in the Oscar Duarte fight, and saw the same thinking that he was doing with Oscar Duarte. I saw him use that against Devin Haney. But at the end of the day, that really is, I think, the fight that should be made for Devin Haney next is Teofimo Lopez. And Teofimo Lopez should want to fight Devin Haney next and let those guys unify at 140 pounds and see which one of those guys can actually beat one of the four kings. Because as of right now, they're both none of them have a win in the column, and one has a loss. But anyway, that's my take on the matter. Please let me know what you think in the comment section. And with that, I'm out. Peace.